think I am going live, y'all. Sorry about that delay with some technical difficulties. Okay, I think I'm going live now. I am so excited. Okay, so this live is about how, or 3 reasons why your meditations aren't working. So I'm so excited about this live stream because it's been a minute since I've done a live, and I get so many questions about like how to do meditations and things like that. So, and if people are doing it correctly, and concerned about if they are actually getting what they're supposed to be getting out of the meditation. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can have more confidence and direction in your meditation sessions and get more out of it by actually applying the guidance that you are given so that you can accelerate your spiritual growth and reach that next level in your spiritual journey. So I also want to leave a tip for you guys at the end of this video. If you stay to the end, it's just a quick tip, a bonus reason as well. So if this is something that you're looking for, type next level in the comment section below. So, okay, let's get started. And I can't really see the viewers. I don't know who are already on here. I'm new to this setup, so just give me some grace. Okay, so now I feel like that this topic is so important because, like I said before, there are many people who have come to me asking about whether they are doing their meditations properly, and they don't know that they're doing it, and this causes inconsistency in your meditation practice, and that hinders you from growing along your journey. And I feel like when I'm not meditating, I don't feel very connected. I'm not sure about my decisions. Mainly that I'm not sure about the decisions that I'm making in my life. Therefore, it's affecting everything that I am doing. So let's get you that confidence so that you know that you are receiving the proper guidance and moving in the direction that you need to be moving in. So let's dive into the 3 reasons so you can be set up for success on a daily basis in your life. So the first reason why you may feel like your meditations aren't working is that you entertain your thoughts. So what does that mean? I'm just trying to make sure that I can see you guys. I'm gonna pull it up here too. Oh, good morning, Tamara and Lucky Charm and Tati. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it up right here. So you're entertaining your thoughts. So what does that mean is that when you are meditating, you have to not entertain the thoughts, meaning don't feed the thoughts, don't start playing into them and seeing what's to them. So let's say you're thinking about going to the grocery store, or the thought of going to the grocery store comes on to in your mind, and then you start thinking about the list that you made and going down the grocery store, and how the last time you went to the grocery store you spent too long up in there, and this time you don't want to spend so long up in there. So you need to make sure that when you go home, playing into that, entertaining the thought. So that is mainly a reason why people feel that their meditations aren't working, because they're not staying focused on the things that they need to be focusing on in their meditations, which is their breath. So that kind of leads into the next one, which is you are more critical than gentle redirection. So that means that you are focusing more on all the things that you aren't doing in your meditation, maybe like moving a lot, or slouching, or I can't stop thinking, instead of commending yourself for paying attention and becoming aware of what you need to work on, and then bringing yourself back to the breath, bringing yourself back into focus. So we have to all focus more on that, because meditation is a journey. It doesn't just happen at one time. Good morning, T. Good morning, Tracy. Oh, hey, Tracy. And yeah, you're focusing more on how often you're getting off track instead of how often you are catching yourself being off track and getting back on track. So that helps you give yourself grace in other areas of your life. So these are little tools and mindfulness techniques that you are using in your meditation that will translate and extend out to all your other experiences of life. So you'll be able to be gently redirect other people when you're able to gently redirect yourself and give yourself that grace. So, also with the entertaining your thoughts, when you're looking to get a still mind in a meditation, the process to getting a still mind in your meditation is not entertaining the thoughts. So I think a lot of people, they see the end result of it. Oh, I'm supposed to not have any thoughts, and then they're like, but I can't stop thinking. And the process to getting to that's two extremes. No mind and a very active mind is two extremes. So in order to get to no mind from an active mind, there's a process, and that process is not entertaining the thoughts. So that's why that is so important to get there. So yes, you will have thoughts. The mind will think, on average it thinks, I think, at least 50,000 thoughts per day. And so it's going to think, it's going to be, crowded with stuff. Your job as the decision maker, basically, in your mind, the decision maker being, can choose either to see something through the ego or see something through the Holy Spirit. I've talked about that on previous videos. I could talk about that later. But you being the decision maker in your mind now observes what is going on. And that is what you are doing in your meditation. You are observing what is going on in the mind and focusing on the breath, letting things come, the thoughts come and go, which is extends to letting emotions come and go. But that's another topic. So yes, and then the first one is that you are entertaining your thoughts. The second one is that you are more critical than gentle redirection. And then the third reason why you may feel like your meditations aren't working is that you are looking for instant gratification instead of remaining open. So a lot of people come and they're like, well, I didn't see any colors or swirls or shapes, or I didn't have this magical experience when I was having my meditation, so I don't feel like my meditation is working. Or I didn't receive any guidance. I didn't receive like a booming voice or something profound. I didn't experience that in my meditation, so I feel like my meditation isn't working. So and one is looking for the actual guidance in the meditation. Not all times do the guidance comes in the actual meditation. Sometimes the guidance comes in a song or in a book or in a conversation or in a license plate or in a sign, a billboard sign, whatever. Sometimes it comes to you in random things throughout your day. So expecting that the meditation will happen at that moment. Or even sometimes some meditations don't feel really calming and relaxing, or you don't get that clicking moment. I call it a clicking moment. When you like tap into your meditation, you get into this really relaxed state, and then you're in this beingness, this realization or perspective of oneness. That doesn't always happen in my meditations. So still show up, be consistent. Every meditation is not going to be the same. It's not going to, feel the same. You're not going to get, things out of it in that time, in that meditation, as in every meditation. So I would say remain open. That may mean, at least things that work for me and things that I tell my clients, is to ride silently, maybe. Like, drive in the car, spend that day being silent. Don't have a lot of conversations. Don't be on the phone a lot. When you're driving, maybe not listening to music. Just, beware and mindful of the what you're receiving in your mind that day. And that allows me to be open to, I'm more connected with my mind, and I can, I'm able to be aware and catch when guidance comes in, and not lost in the conversation and driving. And hey Cassie, and traffic and things like that are distracting me, that are taking me out of my awareness from my mind. So be open throughout the day. The I want to put these 3 reasons down here in the comments. Be open throughout the day. So and I think that that's really it. I really feel like it's not something that's big and drastic that you have to do. It's very simple. I feel like truth is very simple, but us taking the time to apply it consistently is the challenging part. So, one is you're entertaining your thoughts. So, I like to tell my students in my classes, imagine that you're, good morning, Tiffany. Imagine that your thoughts are like a train passing by. So you're watching the train come and you're watching the train go. So just watch it, just observe it. Watch it go from one topic to the next. It goes from grocery list to to-do list to work to home life to children to person you're dating to or your spouse. It just goes from all these different things, your work projects. So just watching it do that. Watch it, be nervous about this meeting and of your next business venture and your employee. Like, watch it go from these things, and then just don't entertain it. Just be like, focus on your breath. Keep focusing on your breath. And then the second, yes, Tati said delayed gratification is powerful. The second one is you are more critical than gentle redirection. So you're steady harping on the fact and focusing on how off you're being, dang it, I keep thinking, I kept thinking, I'm itching, I keep slouching, like, I need to straighten myself up, all these things. So instead of just, when you're slouching, just come up, get yourself back together, back to the breath. When your mind starts to thinking and you're like, oh, come back to the breath. When you feel like yourself itching, I try to focus on the breath. With the itching, it's a little bit more harder. But the ego is going to try to convince you throughout your meditation that you are a body, and you are not a body. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. So it will cause these like little flare-ups or itches or things. I personally breathe through them. Try that. Like, not all the time does it work, but sometimes, more times than not, it works. I would say. So try it out and just breathing through it. Don't focus on the itch. Focus back on the breath. It's okay. Maybe start telling yourself positive reinforcement. It's okay. You got this. Focus on the breath. Things like that. So being gentle with yourself during the meditation. And then the third reason why you may feel like it's not working is that you are looking for instant gratification instead of remaining open. So it says that my live stream is experiencing some issues. Let me know if it is. You are looking for instant gratification instead of remaining open. So don't look for it in that meditation all the time. Look for it, throughout the day. Be silent throughout the day. Remain a little bit more open than usual throughout the day. And you'll be seeing definitely some positive signs from here and guidance. So the meditation is it's just a spiritual muscle. It's training yourself to be more disciplined. That's all it is. And so you have to work at it. Your reps are the many times you're coming back to the breath from being distracted. So so this is something that I do help my clients with. I help my students with. Mainly I do help this with my clients in my coaching program, and it'll be launching soon. You can actually click the link that is pinned to the top of the chat to book a 15-minute call with me if you want to learn how to be more consistent with your spiritual practices and have a stronger meditation practice and be more confident in your meditation practice so that you can be reaching that next level in your life and have that daily trust that you are going in the right direction. So once again, the benefit for this, yep, is being able to have that direction in your life. And yeah, I'll be launching soon. So click the link below. Let me know if you guys have any questions, like Tiffany or Cassie or Lair. I see Amy is here. So let me know if you have any questions before I hop off. Thank you guys for showing up. Let me know if you. Oh. The bonus, y'all. I almost forgot. Jesus. The bonus. So, the bonus is that a lot of people don't know this. You don't have to meditate long, y'all. Like, these religions, which is fine. I love religions. You know, religion means doing something consistently. That's all that means. Um, you don't have to meditate for long. Most of your work, your lessons, your life lessons are in the life. Like, you don't have to meditate for an hour. You do not have to meditate for at 5 a.m. You know, you don't have to do that. Meditate when you find some time for yourself, and if it's just 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes. Really what you're doing is the mental, is the reps, right? You're creating a spiritual discipline. You're preparing yourself. You're tapping into alignment. You're getting into alignment and getting in tune with the essence of spirit, the essence of your spirit, right? You don't have to be doing that for an hour. You don't. Because once you tap into the essence, I remember my yoga instructor asked me on last Saturday, what is the goal of meditation or something, or what do you do in meditation or something, he asked. And somebody was like, you do this, you do that, or whatever. He was like, yeah. And I was like, you just be, really. Like, once I get into that state, I just be. And you have to hold that beingness. That's challenging, because as soon as you start drifting away from your thoughts, so you have to be so disciplined in a particular meditation to get to a relaxed state enough where you click into the spirit, right? And then once you click into the spirit, you have to breathe in that and not get distracted, not get too excited to throw it off and throw yourself off, which is fine, you know, even if you got it just a little bit, that's a win. So you don't have to hold that beingness for an hour to make sure that when you leave that meditation, you're as amped up as possible. That's not, because you can still hold that beingness and still 5 minutes after meditation, you know, blow your lesson or whatever the case is. I mean, you don't really blow it. You're gonna keep getting it back until you learn it. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, you're going to, yeah. You, so it doesn't matter if you're doing it for a long time, and you holding that beingness. Tap into the beingness, feel it. It's letting you know that it's there and it's not far away. That's what it's really is letting you know, that it's not far. You can always call on it. It is constant. It is consistent. It is powerful. It is there for you to tap into. That is what that is meaning. And getting into that habit of knowing that you're not separate from it. You can't be separate from it if you can 24/7 just tap into it. It must be a part of you, right? If you have unlimited access to it, right? So you know, that's the goal of the meditation, and then sitting in that beingness and then taking that with you throughout your day. You don't have to wait for a long time to take it with you throughout the day. So I hope that, oh snap, I see that. I hope that it's still working. I'm trying to follow it. Okay. Hopefully it's still working. Okay, y'all. So, yeah, you don't have to meditate for a long time. You don't. Meditate for 5 minutes and get on with your life. Get to learning the lessons. Because if you spend more time meditating, you're taking time away from you actually learning the stuff you need to be learning. Being in the experiences that's going to trigger you to, you know, do not do to do what you know you're not supposed to be doing, right? So you need more of those experiences, real life experiences that's going to, be your challenge, not an hour in a meditation. Just to be honest, y'all. I mean, you can take it, sit with it, meditate on it, ask other people about it. But I have read multiple books, and it's part of what I share with my clients, and it has proven to work. The real work is not in the meditation. The real work is in the real life experiences. Stop spending so much time sitting there in silence and spend more time getting out there and being in that field. All right. So, yes. Once again, if you are looking to be more confident in your meditations, have deeper, stronger meditations, be more consistent in your meditations and in your spiritual practice, then click the link that is in this live and set up a 15-minute call with me. We can just brush over some things, see where you're at, what you're looking for, and if we're a great fit for each other. And then we can go from there. So, yes, let me know if you have any other questions or any topics that you would like for me to cover. And I'll see you next Monday at 10 a.m.